Warning before the video starts. If you're not really into topics that include death, final moments, and Alzheimer's, and of course all around sadness, I'd advise you to click off the video. If you're still here, welcome. Sit around the campfire and let's talk about Everywhere at the End of Time. Now, you might have heard some YouTuber talk about the song, or maybe you've listened to the album yourself. If you haven't seen it, let me tell you what it is. Everywhere at the End of Time is a 6-hour album created and formed by The Caretaker. The album is pure instrumental with no vocals at all. It is only around 6 hours, and if you have no time, I advise you to maybe listen to it. But if you are able to, cry pretty easily, I advise you actually not to listen to the song. As with me, I even cried midway through the song. But that's besides the point. Though it may not have anything to say vocally, it does have something to say mentally. The album is supposed to evoke the feeling of Alzheimer's. If you don't know what Alzheimer's is, it is a cognitive disease that slowly kills a person through memory loss and kills brain cells. People who are affected by the disease are between the ages of 70 and 90 years old. Many people who are affected cannot remember other people's names, and in most cases cannot even carry on normal conversations with family members or normal day clients. Now, who was the Caretaker? The person who created the song? Well, the artist's name is James Leland Kirby. Before his rise, he was a small underground artist with no recognition at all, or even if he was recognized, it was very little. That was until his breakthrough with An Empty Bliss Beyond This World. The album was like Everywhere at the End of Time, almost the same, with the same ideas of Alzheimer's and memory loss. With the video, you're able to see a lot of art pieces that go along with every phase of the song. These art pieces begin with a piece of paper. Now, you're able to clearly see what the piece of paper is. It's just a rolled up piece of paper, probably a newspaper or something. But as the album goes on, and as the songs become more decaying, it seems that you can't make out many of the images, or what's on screen. And by the end of the song, it's impossible to understand what the meaning of it is, what the meaning of the pieces, and what the meaning of everything is. It seems that you're slowly dying by the end. Now, you might ask, why am I even talking about this song in the first place? Well, personally, I sometimes am able to forget things. Now, I don't have Alzheimer's or dementia, but I feel like as everyone does, we can all forget a lot of things in life. Now, I do have someone who is very close and dear to me who does deal with a lot of memory loss. This is my mom. She has to deal with memory loss almost every single day, with sometimes forgetting if people are coming over, or sometimes even forgetting to pick me up from someplace when I don't have my own car. But at least she isn't dying from dementia or Alzheimer's. Now, the album to me is able to evoke a lot of emotions that are deep down. A fear of complete death, a fear of losing all of your memories, and a fear of the past. Sometimes I fear what would happen to me if I actually had Alzheimer's or dementia. Will I forget everything? Will I forget all my friends? Will I forget my entire career that led up to every single dying moment of my life? Now that's what my fears are, and this album is able to completely put that all in a small box and give it to me as a present with a bow on top. A bow of fear and dark despair. Now with the album, I feel like it could easily tell the story of a man in his late 80s feeling his last hours before he dies. With the first song being ones of him remembering better times and love and adulthood and having to grow up from the past. As it starts to go on in reverse of his life, showing him as a child, yet he starts to forget things. The final song in his final minutes, as it's called, Place Where the World Fades Away, the man's final moments, his life slowly dying before him. Now, I actually kind of advise, if you're able to take a lot of dark things and dark themes, I feel like you should actually listen to the song to have an emotion and reaction from yourself. Because the person explaining to you what the song feels like isn't going to tell you, like, oh, this is a sad song and stuff. Listen to it for yourself and tell me what you think. Thank you for watching, and this was the Jedi Committee.